And you better watch out, you better not cry.
One day, my sleigh crash-landed in China. I did my best to hitch back to the North Pole, to no avail. I quickly learned one thing. Nobody speaks English there.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Can you speak English?
Little.
Oh, where am I?
You are in Kunming, China.
Kunming, China.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Kunming.
So, I did what every other foreigner does. Got a job teaching English.
What's my name? Santa. What is this? Christmas tree! Very, very good. Ho, ho, ho. Telling you why Santa Claus is coming to town.
I also took some Chinese classes.
你好，
你好，
我叫圣诞老人，
我叫圣诞老人，
我来自北极。
我来自北极。
非常不错，好好学习，天天向上。
I did my best to follow my teacher's advice. I also had to get some wheels.
你好，
欢迎好，
我想问一下，你们买不买雪车？
我买只卖电动车，
电动车？那看这个多少钱？
这个3000块，
有没有便宜点的？
便宜点的哦。那里有个4手的，你可以看一下。
谢谢。
There weren't any reindeer, but it was the best I could afford. Since I was stuck in China, I did my best to assimilate. I hit the streets to try local food.
你好，这是什么？
The pig feet were actually pretty tasty, but I had to skip on the pig's brain. I tried to learn how to use chopsticks, but failed at first. After all that street food, I had to find the little Santa's room. Chinese toilets took me a while to figure out, though. I wanted to hang with the locals, so I hit the Green Lake Park for a stroll. I learned how to dance. And made tons of new friends. Everyone wanted to take my picture. I was pretty tired, so when I noticed people getting massages in the street, I just had to get one. It wasn't exactly relaxing. While all the Chinese stuff was great, I had to find a local watering hole. Cue the Irish pub. Sometimes you just gotta rage, so I found the club district. All the lights and music got me feeling a little crazy. After stopping for more photos, I hit the mask. I even got to go on stage. I was having a great time, but something told me that Christmas was coming. I just had to get back to the North Pole, so I went to buy train tickets.
你好，你们买火车票吗？我想去北极。
你要去什么地方？
北极。
北京。
对。一张票多少钱
？400块。
好，给你。好，非常感谢你。
With my ticket in hand, I headed to the train station. It was clear that it was going to be a long journey back home. I found my bunk for the night and settled in. Instead of going direct, I decided to see some more of China. In Guiyang, I was immediately greeted as a superstar. When out looking for the perfect hotel, I stumbled upon this Christmas tree. This was definitely the place for me. The managers even wanted to take my photo.
你好。预定吗？预定了房间，我叫孙大毛来。
稍等一下，这是您的房卡。
领的。
不愉快。
好，谢谢。
不客气。
That long train ride tired me out, so I hit the bed and took a nice winter's nap. When I got up, it was time to boogie. I danced with ladies in the park and tried to follow the locals' lead. I guess walking backwards is good for you. I also learned how to whip a dreidel. Of course, I had to pose for more photos. I felt like the emperor. I hit the streets in search of something tasty and ended up in a local noodle shop. I finally knew how to use chopsticks. I followed the glowing red lights back home. At night, I headed to the square for some more dancing. Everyone loved my sweet moves. All that dancing made me hungry, so I pigged out on some weird shit on sticks. With a cold beer and a full belly, I was a happy Santa. It was time to move on again, so I headed to the train station. Looking around, it seemed as if I was the only foreigner. I settled in for the night and had some cold chicken with hot beer. With dreams of home, I fell asleep. In Changsha, I needed some comfort food to start the day. Then, I visited a local park on a mountain, where I joined a tour group, contemplated the pollution in Chinese cities, checked out a Buddhist temple, got my learn on, and of course, posed for about 1 million pictures. At night, it was time to try the spicy Hunan cuisine. This stuff burned twice, if you know what I mean. Then, I ventured over to the bar street to spread some Christmas cheer. I couldn't believe it, but Christmas was everywhere in China. People running the bars were so excited to see me, they literally pushed me in the door. I couldn't sit down for long though, as everyone wanted to drink with me. Feeling a little tipsy, I decided to try the local specialty of stinky tofu. It's not just a clever name. The night wound down with some shisha. The next day I stopped in Wuhan and headed to the city's famous tower to take lots of photos. And reflect on my trip. Next was a stroll down the snack street. By this point, I was getting used to the Chinese food, as weird as it is. I munched on some local noodles, and then drank a 40 down by the river. Once again, I had to get back on the train. Apparently, my Chinese wasn't good enough because I ended up in Beijing instead of the North Pole. I guess the Chinese names sound the same. I was down and out and ready to call it quits. That is, until I found a group of my Santa homies. I got drunk with a chicken Santa and joined the day of merriment. We sang Jingle Bells. and even the Backstreet Boys. I decided not to go home at all. You guys buy your own damn gifts this year. Merry Christmas.